Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fleet. I'm your host Harry and our co-host Daniel, or if he's on the right, I don't know. But
I'm everywhere. I'm in the walls. I fleeced your security. You're never safe.
um, you're okay.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Blink once if you're okay. Fan fucking tastic. Anyway, dude, what we talking about?
Yeah, so I was browsing the PlayStation Store maybe like an hour ago or so, and I came across this VR game called Pixel Ripped, 1989 or 1995. There's like two of them, and literally all it's about is playing retro style games on a TV in VR. So it's like virtual play like virtually playing video games back in the 1980s, 1990s.
Mm.
And so from seeing that alone, it's just made me come to realize, damn, like thinking back to like when I first started on playing video games back in, I think the first one I played was in 2004 when I had a go at a friend's NES console, like literally.
But they had an NES.
Yeah.
So like
Or
your first experience was like on the basically the first proper console.
yeah, wait, no, sorry, Game Boy. Whoops, wrong one, wrong one. It
Yeah,
was
pretty
like, yeah, sorry, I don't know how I messed up.
pretty big
No,
jump,
no,
but all right.
it was like that very tiny thing, the Game Boy.
Yeah, what did the colors look like? Were they puke green or what were they?
I think it was mixed between red and blue. I really don't know. It's
Might
very,
have been the Game Boy Color because that sounds a bit more like the
but
Virtual Boy.
okay. Either way, I only tried it. My first game, I think, was really Wii Sports.
Yeah. Ah, fair. Actually, yeah,
And
that was like first three games I played. Yeah, that was like up there.
I think by then you were only just born.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally. By the time Wii Sports came out, or it was out for a bit, and then I was born.
2005, yeah.
Oh yeah, so literally like that Wii Sports dropped, I also dropped, but for some fucking reason, I wasn't nearly as revered as fucking Wii Sports. You know, you always see Matt in the fucking memes. You always going like, "Oh, it's such a fucking banger." No one was making fucking tributes to my ass. What the fuck were y'all doing? Where's my dedication, assholes? Yeah, I think aside from Wii Sports, though, I think it was
We
New
play.
Super Mario Bros. And then 64 DS. Those are like the three first games I played. I think.
What about Monster Trucks 4x4?
Fucking banger. Monster Truck World Circuit 4x4 is an absolute fucking masterpiece. There'll be those who disagree, but to them, we fucking fleece their liver right in front of them. Listen, if you
it
have
it
the
wasted
time,
on my time. It wasted on my time.
yeah, it apparently. I think it saved it like back then, but now because we tried on the Wii U, the progress doesn't save. So every time I like try and 100% it, I waste a day because it'll just fucking reset again. It's
IGN,
kind of fun though.
IGN,
Oh yeah,
most reliable critic, gave it a 4.2 out of
IGN
10.
4.2, monstrous. 4.2 out of 10. It really makes you feel like you're driving a monster truck. Fucking IGN.
It's
How
on
dare they?
Xbox, on Wii. Now, which Xbox exactly is it? Oh,
When's it
well,
coming to Switch?
it's not.
Fuck's sake, man. There's no appreciation for art anymore. That's why you can barely fucking play
Oh,
Postwood.
it's like the very, very first Xbox that came. Oh, okay, we're not getting it then.
No, Harry, just pop on down Kex. We can get one. It's grand. We can pop on down, get the original Xbox.
Or we can whip it out on the Wii.
Actually, yeah,
We have
actually, yeah, it's better because that one has motion controls. So it's all immersive and shit. It's just like VR. You got to get the immersion going for you, boy. I think, yeah. I'm just thinking back to when I first started playing video games. And if you ever listen, and this is some good advice. If you ever feel bad about yourself, just remember what you were like playing video games back when you were a kid, and you will immediately feel better because holy shit, you probably sucked back then.
remember when parents and all them were saying, "Don't get too close to TVs; they'll damage
Yeah.
your eyes and such." Well, 2011 or so, the
Yeah.
VR was introducing the VR where your eyes are like right up to fucking pixels and
Yeah.
shit.
You're fucking wearing the TV screen now. No one seems to give a shit. Like, sure, he can drink. He can fucking wear the fucking screen for all I care.
And hey, I have 3 of them lined
Yeah.
up.
As long as he pays rent, it's whatever.
um, yeah. So, Wii Sports, we play. I never
Yeah.
played Wii Party though. That was the one.
Yeah. We played Wii Music as well. I have played Wii Party in recent time. It is a fucking banger. I'm kind of sad we never got to experience it back then.
Yeah, maybe it's mom's fault.
Yeah, it's
she
mom's
should.
fault.
She
Fuck you,
should.
mom.
She should
Yeah.
have. No. Should. Well,
Yeah. She never loved us. She never got us Wii Party.
um,
Ag.
no, I looked up, huh?
Yeah, because I was playing it with mates, and like whenever we come over there, it's sort of like a ritual thing we do. We have like it used to be Mario Party, but then we hopped on Wii Party. We'd always fight for the last jam donut. It is genuinely a banger. I would consider it better than some Mario parties I've played. And I think honestly, it's kind of shame that I never experienced it in our childhood because I think I would have gotten infinitely more enjoyment out of it than I probably would now. Like, okay, I'm really good at it because I'm me now playing it. But I feel like still it would have been nice to have back then because that was when we were more engaged. Like, you know, it would have been me, Harry, and then our other brother, and we'd be fucking locked in. I think the nostalgia would be really great too. It's not like too necessary, but it's sort of nice to have that like, oh shit, I remember this. This is awesome, rather than like, oh hey, I feel old playing this.
Yeah, I just sooner play Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort than Nintendo Switch Sports. Like, sure, while Nintendo Switch Sports is more convenient,
Yeah.
Wii Sports on the other is simply better.
It's just better. I think it's just it's lacking that sort of charm that the original had. Like when you think about it, Resort like jumping between like the original and Resort, it wasn't too much of a drastic change. Except that it was. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like when you think about it, it was sort of like how Skylanders Giants was a sequel to the first Skylanders. It didn't feel like it was a massive change. Just like a bunch of new levels, some quality of life changes,
And literally
new
just
Skylanders.
gigantic characters.
It felt more like, you know how like the Switch will release a half-baked game and then they'll add like a free update. That's what Skylanders Giants felt like. It felt like just an extension of the first game. And I feel like that's what Resorts was to the original sports. I mean, okay, they got rid of some sports for some fucking reason. I don't know why they did that. But like, I still feel like chances are like Resort is just the way to play the game now because it is basically the same game. Unless you're really, really sad that you're not able to play tennis, boxing, and baseball, then okay, yeah, go back and play the original. But aside from that, like you're basically getting everything you wanted more.
Yeah, getting more, that's what matters.
Yeah. And also I feel like the announcement that like you weren't like originally you weren't going to be able to use your Mii's and then they changed that. I don't know why that wasn't
was
just
a very dumb move to like literally
Yeah.
that's how those started off.
Yeah, like that was like the first thing we heard about it, and it's like, all right, already this is kind of fucked. Because like the Mii's are kind of what like tie the whole thing together. I mean, okay, obviously it helps that like you have the sort of sports games that are fun and kind of endlessly replayable, but it's like the Mii's are sort of that like it's like if Pokemon like one day you just see like they have like a firing squad ready. They have like a bag over Pikachu's head and like a bunch of the other Gen 1 Pokemon. Just kill them and like, all right, yeah, you're never seeing them again.
It-
And then just bring them back. Like
It,
what?
it really seems like Nintendo are trying to subtly wean the Mii's out. Because, like, the
Yeah.
last game that was made was. I'm not gonna count Switch Sports, but the last one.
Miitopia?
That's it, Miitopia, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, because that and I think Miitopia as well had like the best sort of Mii maker. Like you could literally like just use photos and just like download them from your computer, and you
unless-
can have like Nicolas Cage or some shit.
Unless they actually decide to come up with a new game centered around Mii's, I think it's safe to assume that they're actually trying to wean out the whole Mii creation, Mii games, or like even get Mii's involved in any game whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't get that though because the Mii's have been nothing but a positive thing for Nintendo. Like I don't see why they would get rid of it. Like it's not even like it's a detriment to have the Mii's. it like
It's like Joker 1 with Joker 2. It's like we're gonna we're gonna shit on what was great, you know?
yeah, not even shit on what was great. They're just gonna fucking get rid of it. They're gonna
Yeah,
like
yeah.
damnatio memoriae it or some bullshit, which I don't get. Like I genuinely can't think of a single negative thing about the Mii's. The most I can think of was like the Miiverse and Miitomo, but that was more so the fact it was a social media platform
Mitomo, oh
that
my
people like
god.
posted their fucking
Mitomo.
like their
I
their
fucking
cancer on.
love that place.
Yeah, I love that place. It was really great. I can see why they took it down, but also bring that shit back. That was genuinely funny. Please, I need it.
Which, by the way, I still don't believe that the whole NSFW game was the reason. I still believe
No,
it
it
was
was the
just.
reason, dude. It was the reason. No, you should have seen the shit they were posting on there, bro. It was
I have, but like if you think that right, like you think that people weren't going around speaking bad language on Club Penguin every time, or so on and so forth. Like every
Nintendo's
single
different
social
though.
thing I know, it's all fell down from dwindling player numbers.
To be fair though, nah, like Nintendo's a bit different. Nintendo's a bit
I know.
different. Like I feel they wouldn't have. I think Mitomo was like fairly active when it was when it was like being taken down as well. Like it wasn't dwindling. It wasn't like dwindling like numbers or anything. Like it was still fairly booming. It was only up for like 3 or 4 years.
Hmm.
I
No,
really
no,
don't.
two.
Yeah, two. Oh yeah, okay, so two even less. And I doubt. And again, like since the Miiverse was a popular enough thing that it had like enough speculation. Like I think like one of Sodef's like most viewed videos is just like them looking at the Miiverse and Miitomo. Like it had a lot of buzz. There's clearly a lot of interest in that. I don't think it was a lack of numbers. I do think it was Nintendo saw all the NSFW shit, and their whole brand is mostly appealing to like younger audiences because, of course, for some reason, and they're just like, right, we can't have this, and we can't really like afford to moderate and censor all this crap, so we're just gonna, I don't know, nuke the whole thing.
Alright, I'm looking. I looked at why Mikamo was shut down, and the majority of the reasons are stating because it lost popularity.
I still think that's bullshit.
Alright, well, look, I think that, you think the other. Let's just sell it there.
Nah, I'm not doing that. That's for pussies. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna keep going. Like, nah, because think about it. Like, it's always the players doing something that make Nintendo do something. It's never a case of the players just exist and then Nintendo does something. Because like it's always like something. Like every time Nintendo has like put the hammer down, it's been like a tournament for a video game, or people making mods and emulations, or people just using their stuff in a way they don't want. It's not about like the lack of use. It's about the misuse in Nintendo's eyes. I still do think the NSFW is strong enough because again we're comparing
Uh,
like Club Penguin and Nintendo, which is a
they're
it's a
both
stark
made.
enough.
They're both games made by companies that are protective
Yeah,
of
but there's
child
different
safety.
yeah, but there's different layers of protection here. I think Disney's kind of fairly used to this sort of business kind of thing. Well, business kind of thing.
Business
They're
practice.
more used to having like
Business
sort of
practice.
yeah, like more hands-on experience for like to get their younger fans on board or something. Nintendo, this is still a fairly new thing. Like from the because the Miiverse and Miitomo were up around the same time, so it's a short sort of burst when they were on. So they weren't sort of ready for this thing yet, and I guess they didn't account for people being
Well,
like,
well, funny
"Yo,
enough,
guys,
Miiverse lasted longer because Miiverse came out when I think the 3DS came out. I think, and that was like 2011, wasn't it?
yeah." To be
And,
fair though,
and it lasted
it
until 2022.
oh shit, really?
Yeah, Miiverse. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. I'm just think. Okay, so now I'm really confused
Hold on.
because when you think about it, how can the Miiverse have survived longer than Miitomo did? Because like Miitomo would have been way easier to get access to. All it was like the app was completely free.
Like,
All you needed was just like to
oh,
have the stuff ready to make a sort of Nintendo account, and then you're in on the app. With Miiverse, you need either a 3D. No,
okay.
I don't. Even,
I'm fucking gobshite. I got it wrong.
yeah.
As I always do. Launch date 2012. Discontinuation 2017.
Yeah, because like sure, well, yeah, because that's like the Switch would have been out for like a couple years at that point. So
Sorry, I'm probably just thinking about that fucking the eShop. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah, it was that. That's what closed. I'm also just thinking because with the Miiverse, you had to own a Wii U to like use the
And
Miiverse,
3DS.
basically. Oh, could
Or
have worked
or
on
3DS.
3DS.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, but same basic point. Like
But
I think more
you
people.
you can still enter it, but obviously nothing will happen. Thanks for
Yeah,
using Miiverse. And screw off.
yeah. Thank you. I think with the Miitomo one, it was basically just, oh, the servers are down. Come back later. They didn't even have a message. I don't think. Yeah,
I'll check
I
out too.
think. Uh, I still think it's weird though because more people would have access to a phone and then they could download an app that's the free, versus you need to buy a Wii U or buy a 3DS to get access to it. So I don't know how the Miiverse could have been less popular, or no, the Miiverse could have been more popular than Miitomo. Like I don't see how that would have happened. And I think also you could get a lot more creative with what you posted on Miitomo. Last I checked, is because
Mi-
you could use images.
Mikomo used the Coco 2D X engine to make it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. I still think it's a damn shame they got rid of Miitomo though.
Oh, Mikomo lock message. What exactly was that?
They probably said some edgy stuff, or no. I really hope it's something edgy. I hope it wasn't just like, goodbye, goodbye. I'm gonna miss this place. I hope they said.
Yeah, unfortunately, my fucking video where I recorded a few things for Mikomo was gone. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. Something went wrong, please come again later. It should be like the Penguin where I said, thank you for playing or supporting this game, log along forever, which is more heartwarming than fucking Nintendo. Yeah,
I think
come on.
I think they should have just had a very shitty PNG of this. I think this would be send the perfect message of how they view us and where they stand. I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
Because sure, they didn't close it out of, oh, sorry guys, it's just how it has to be. They looked upon Miitomo and was like, fuck this shit. What are you posting? What smut is infesting the glorious garden of Miitomo? Out with all of you. That's what Nintendo did. Yeah.
Favorite DS or 3DS game? Go. Or 3, however many you can think of. Go.
Mario 64 DS, banger.
Yeah?
Bowser's Inside Story, banger. Dragon Quest 9 was pretty fire. Fuck, what else? Drawn to Life was actually surprisingly good.
That was decent.
What else?
Well, Unlimited was better, but yeah.
Unlimited was better. I think Unlimited was like genuinely the only.
Like its first one was definitely a good introduction to its concept.
Yeah, I think because like with Unlimited, there's just more to work with, more to have fun. Well, I suppose my imagination is just like shit, so I probably couldn't make it fun. I think that's just my problem. I don't have like that sort of imagination to just take the piss out of games and have more fun with them. So I don't really fuck with sandbox games. What else? What other fucking DS games do I fuck with?
Math game.
Yeah, the Mats game. Yeah, that fucking. God, I hated that shit. I don't even remember the fucking name of it.
Neither do I, but all we know is that the guy will pretend to go on vacation. Oh, you're here. Let's do a quick lesson. Yeah, sure, you were definitely going off.
Yeah, you're definitely off. You're running away with all the money that all the fucking unfortunate kids that their parents had spent on this shite. So now they're being subjected to this shit. How many fucking hours did I spend trying to get those fucking gold medals and it mattered to nothing? My efforts wasted. There's some DS games I do wish we had. Like we had the WarioWare DIY.
Oh yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I was too stupid to make use of it.
I could never make any games out of it. It was impossible.
Yeah.
The only thing I could do was music and comics, and that's it.
I think he tried making Flappy Bird and the game literally played itself.
Don't even remind me.
Yeah. I'm just like, how? I feel like if I tried it now, yeah. I feel like if I tried it now, I'd probably have more success and it'd be funny because I could just draw the most cursed shit. But like, still, that might be too much effort.
I tried actually making a Flappy Bird game on Xcode, which is Apple's coding software,
Right.
and
Gotta go.
fucking terrible. Like I'm telling you, like its coding language is so complex. It
Oh yeah,
it's like
it's all maths as well, isn't it?
yeah, but uh, I don't know exactly what kind of programming language I used at the time, but when I was in school, or maybe I was just teaching it myself, I had some sort of idea. Like I wouldn't be able to read it out to you like right now, but if I was thinking in
Do
my
it.
head, I have some sort of idea on how it works. Uh, if it has like a prefix, it's like if red equals red, then do this.
Yeah.
So it's like basically like a fucking Minecraft redstone contraption. If a certain amount of items go to a chest, then post a minecart down. It's like,
Yeah.
that's the best way I can say it. I don't know how else to say
Yeah. It's basically like Matt and Trey Parker's like whole thing of like, hey,
it.
wait, this happens, therefore this happens, but this happens,
Yeah.
therefore this happens.
Sure,
They
sure,
should have
sure.
been fucking programmers. Fuck making South Park. They could have made a fucking banger game. They could have solved every crisis by making a supercomputer.
Well, they pretty much kicked off
Yeah. How?
Fracture Buckle, Kick the Truth,
Uh,
and then the
Actually,
shitty
yeah.
snow day.
yeah, the shitty. Yeah, the shitty snow day.
Like you remember when I hooked up the 360 yesterday, hoping that I could play
Scott
South Park
Dennerman.
Cameron's Revenge. The
Yeah.
entire fucking store, everything was gone aside from the game library.
Yeah, because I feel like we had the full game at one point. I don't think it was a demo anymore.
No,
I do feel like we had the full game.
Well, I mean, now we can't get fucking anywhere now. It was only on Xbox 360
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why they just.
and
'Cause, like,
only digital.
Yeah, because sure with fucking like Stick of Truth, they put that fucking thing on everything. It was like Skyrim, how many fucking ports it was getting. Well, actually no, yeah, it was like Skyrim because I just remembered Skyrim didn't have a fucking Wii U port last I checked, and well, fucking neither did Stick of Truth, and they put that fucker on everything. I didn't even put it on like PS Vita as well. I think that's yeah. I don't even think Skyrim did it, and yet Teneman's Revenge is only like Xbox, like literally just 360, not even like PC.
Yeah, those were master for the newer consoles.
Wait, Skyrim or Teneman's Revenge?
Skyrim.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was about to say like that shit got a remaster. Since when?
No, fucking PS Vita only has like I only have like Minecraft, Terraria,
Meat Boy.
Caraway, yeah, Meat Boy, Undertale, and after that, and I think that's it.
Get Persona 4.
Yeah, maybe.
Do it now. I command you. You have the Vita. You must.
Crazy that PlayStation or Sony keep their shops on the other consoles up.
Yeah. I know. Like they do it with PS3. If they had a PS2 like shop like on the console, I think they probably keep that open as well, just for shits and gigs.
Well,
It's so great.
because they also know people will be looking for it. So.
Yeah. That's the great thing about PS3
which
as
is
well.
something that Nintendo aren't grasping, which is why people continue to pirate games or emulate them. So
Yeah. Nintendo just don't
They-
seem to understand the importance of preserving their shit.
they could be making so much bank. Like they make so much bank off literally releasing Mario 3D All Stars.
No, literally, that's what I mean. They have the fucking, probably the biggest gaming library ever, and they could make literal fucking untold billions by just
They-
re-releasing old
they're-
shit for the same price.
They're
and
all
kind of
they're on
optimized.
the shelves right behind you. All the games on the shelves right behind you, and they could
Yeah.
literally just take it down. Here you go.
Yeah, no, literally, if they just made like a modern like HD like re-release of Mario Kart Double Dash, like just make the graphics better, maybe add a couple like 4 maps and maybe like 4 new characters. That's it. You have won the fucking lottery. That's like hundreds of millions coming in from that. and you'd barely have to do anything. I think you wouldn't have to change much. At least you just have to make it look prettier, which is better than like having to reprogram the entire fucking thing. You can keep it just as broken as the GameCube one did. Lord knows that's what they did for Mario 64 and Sunshine. Anyway, they
Like-
barely changed those fucking things.
I mean, at least I'm sure I said this already. I live streamed one episode of Mario Galaxy on my Switch, and it felt just about the same as the Wii experience. Only difference is no wire.
Yeah. Okay, so if anything, Galaxy was like barely kind of improved. Not really.
Same graphics, same controls.
Kind of, yeah. My problem is though because like
Although
when you think about it,
although I suppose maybe I don't know if 1080p was big back in 2008 or 9, whenever Super Mario Galaxy was made.
I think it was. I would have been, yeah, because that's like back then, like early days of YouTube. I think the biggest it got was like I think like 780p back then was considered as fucking like revolutionary. They're seen as like Da Vinci type shit.
Mario Galaxy came
I
out
would think. Yeah, it would have been.
2007. Alright.
Yeah. I mean, 1080p back then, like when it came out, like would have been revolutionary then. Was fucking not revolutionary now. Up your shit.
It came out in 2009, and Mario Galaxy came out in 2007.
Oh wait, so 1080p was 2009.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, it's impressive for that time, but like we're able to get 4K on YouTube videos if we're willing to fucking
I know, well, like,
sacrifice our wages.
I know, but the point is that 1080p. So, like, basically, you could say that Mario Galaxy has been made for 1080p quality now.
Yeah, but they didn't really do much with the other two, and that's my concern. Mario 64 in particular, they didn't even optimize the screen right. That it like fit the whole thing. It still has like that sort of.
I think that might have been a creative choice.
I think that was laziness.
No.
I nah, because like they basically like with Sunshine, they wouldn't have had to like fix that. That's how it was always intended. I think it was really just they did the barest minimum, and then just sent it out. With Galaxy in particular, that had the least to change because that's like the most modern of the three games. So
Yeah.
it, it would probably transfer over way easier than say something like no, because 64 there's like so many ports of that. That's like the most accessible one on the PC probably. The only iffy one would be Sunshine. And like I think that was the one that like was controlling the worst.
For some reason, I'm not too bothered with Mario 64 and Sunshine. Like, Galaxy is the one that managed to hit me emotionally, and it's such. Can't believe they didn't even add the sequel either. That was also fucking.
Yeah, for
top-notch.
like a pretty big oversight. Like they barely did any work on like sort of like optimizing the shit. The most you could have done was like Asher quantity over quality. Like all that collection has is like the three games which they basically haven't really touched at all. Like I think there's ports on like an emulator that are probably of better quality. And then there's just like a collection of music you can find on YouTube somewhere that some fucker uploaded. Like,
As
come
opposed
on.
to having the Nintendo Online service to access Nintendo Music.
Oh, don't even get me started on that fucking bullshit, dude. Why, like,
They look at Spotify, Apple Music, hey, let's do that with our shit.
yeah. It's like bad enough they can't even be arsed to re-release their own games. And like just make them more accessible, and then still get mad when people try and fucking access them in other fucking ways. We can't even listen to their fucking music anymore. It's like, bro, just let the music happen. I get it's theirs and it's literally their property, but like, dude, come on.
Oh well. So after that, and even to this day, like games, or like at least pixel games particularly, are still being made in this year. Like, what's that one called? Christmas Massacre. It's literally like a sort of old-fashioned sort of looking game where you're playing Santa and you're murdering people.
Dick.
Oh,
I remember there's this one. I don't know if it actually would be Pixels. This is sort of old news now, but there was this. You might have seen Markiplier play it. There was this like sort of Atari styled horror game. It's called Faith. There's 3 chapters of it. It's on Steam, and from what I've seen, it's really good. Like really, really good. I don't know when like the next like entry in the series is coming, but like I'm looking forward to it. I'm interested in it. It's a banger. And then I think just in general, like just like pixel stuff in general. There's like this one game I was playing for a bit. Like I'll probably hop back on it eventually. It's called Post Void, and it almost I don't see I don't like I'm trying not to say this in a negative way. It's like mobile games before they became what they are in the modern time. Like it was something you'd go like say you're like waiting for something or you're like on a long ass plane ride. You go on your phone, you boot that up, and you play that for hours, and time just goes by. It is a really fun thing. Like I'd say it's like on the same sort of enjoyment level as like Hotline Miami, if only like a tiny bit behind.
yeah, I tried giving Resident Evil 4 a go. I couldn't because the controls were shite and I just couldn't get used to it.
Did you
Like
play the remake?
Leon, I played a little bit of it on VR. I
Ah,
didn't get
okay.
too far into it. I want to try and stream it. But like
But the OG is
yeah,
shit.
there's a VR version of it on the Oculus Quest.
Right.
But the remake is only on this one.
Hmm.
Um, like Leon, the character you play as, controls like a fucking car. If you look up any gameplay, he goes like, zzz, like you
Oh
literally
yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah.
like move back and then turn, and it's like he moves like a fucking car. It's like no,
Yeah. Because I
no.
think there were like loads of 3D games at that point. I think like Uncharted
Like
came out at the same time as fucking
like like
RE4
like
did.
like I guess right. Like 3 games were still pretty hard to make back then, but like
Yeah.
like that.
But I feel like moving around like it's fucking Bubsy 3D is a bit shit. Like
Yeah.
they fixed that in like RE5. Like, I don't know why that still had to be the case.
No,
Fuck, man.
I don't think I stopped playing this, and like not because of graphics and controls. I just
Yeah,
can't.
the controls are shit. That's what a lot of people were saying for Mario 64 DS on like the original release of like just it being on like the DS, DSi, that shit. Like on the 3DS, or if you're like playing on like a re-release of like the Wii U or whatever, it's fine because you have like the analog stick or whatever. But on the original release, you only had the D-pad, and that
Yeah.
was like really awkward and shit for some of like the more complex platforming you had to do. And it wasn't until like tried like okay, let's just see how we do it on the D-pad, and it was like, yeah, this is kind of dog shit, I will admit. Like I think that's like the most important part of re-releasing a game is just making sure it actually like controls decently well. Like not even like it's like fluid, like amazingly, like it's fucking like you're swimming in a fucking vat of butter, but
Yeah.
like or like
When
melted butter,
yeah,
but like
like when games aren't released, like or like are not sent to reviewers, or films aren't being given test screens, that's when you know something's wrong.
yeah, that's what I mean. Because don't get me wrong, like while like I say like oh Nintendo could like re-release all of their old shit and it would make billions. There are a lot of like re-releases and like remasters that are just exploitations
Like
of okay, let's just use people's nostalgia to our advantage.
yeah, because Jacksepticeye was talking about the Glitch Protocol, which I enjoy, by the way.
Hmm.
He pointed out like how he like by looking at the trailer he really wanted to play it, like how I really wanted to play it.
Yeah.
But when he heard that the game didn't come out in for reviewing until the release date, that's when something was wrong. Like that's a red flag because like what that tells you is okay, something must be going on in production. Like, are they rushing it? Is there shit going on?
Yeah.
Like, why would they refuse to give out codes to play a game for reviewers and shit?
Yeah, because yeah, no, something has to be going wrong. That's what I'm saying though. If you're confident, or if like your progress only working on some, I suppose it depends because they're like a AAA studio as opposed to an indie. The example I'm thinking of is like an indie. So I was thinking like Anton Blast, where
Hmm.
they had like the Kickstarter demo, then they had they had like another demo after that. I forgot which one that was. Then they had the Dynamite demo, which they put on the Switch, and then there was the One Blast demo, which the only reason that demo came out, I think, was because do you remember there was the big tsunami or hurricane that hit Florida? I forgot the name of it. It happened in 2024, like late 2024.
You know, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. So originally, Anton Blast was supposed to release in November 12th, but because of the hurricane, I think the fuckers who made it, Summit Sphere, they were based near Florida, so they got hit by that pretty bad. So they had to like delay the game back by like they had to delay it to December 3rd, but they still put out that demo. And I think that's just it just goes to show like they knew even when a fucking hurricane hit their ass, like they were still like, okay, all right, we're in a bit of a bad spot, but like here's a demo, it'll come out when it's ready, and I think that's a pretty good example of like developers knowing what's up and just being like, all right, here's our thing. It'll still be a tiny bit, but like we're getting there.
Like Pokemon Scarlet Violet for no reason, or another example why it wasn't exactly well received either.
Yeah, because they knew they were fucked. Like they knew like the deadline was approaching, and they're looking at their thing like, oh Jesus, this isn't gonna work. And they think like, okay, if we give this to our viewers, we're fucking ourselves even more.
So it's like, you know, Scarlet and Violet, some consider it to be like cookie color graphics.
Yeah.
And like, you could say that cookie color graphics were a thing back in like maybe the Mario 64 years. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it runs like shit on Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, the graphics of the N64 with the fucking horsepower of a Super Nintendo. What a joy.
Like, I get it was their first time in a Pokemon game that was entirely open. Well,
oh, I know. Arceus came out after that, didn't it?
but yeah,
Or was that before?
Arceus before, Scarlet and Violet after.
Well, then sure, they already made one.
Yeah, the only difference though is, well, I don't know.
I'd say, yeah.
Aside from like the loading times going into buildings, it would kind of like render as you went along. If that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arceus
okay.
didn't do that.
Okay. So in Arceus, right? It was open world, but like let's say, let's start like this: Section 1, Section 2. So Section 1 still really big, Section 2 still really big, but it loads still when you're going in into the next
between
part.
the two.
Yeah. Whereas Scarlet and Violet doesn't do that. Like there's no sections at all. Like you can keep going and it's not loading.
Yeah.
Unless you're going inside a building, of course.
Alright, I would respect them cutting down on loading times because that's just shit. Like that's just like time wasted. Like you're already wasting your life playing video games. Like don't have me waste more. I do respect them trying to cut down on that, but given the end result we actually ended up getting and the overall game that Scarlet and Violet would have been, even if like it was released in the better state that it claimed it could have been in, I still think that Arceus is better bang for your buck because it's just a better game. And I feel like if the only time you had to load for Arceus was going between the two massive areas and then going inside buildings or villages or whatever, I say that's a worthy trade-off given what you actually ended up with, as opposed to Scarlet and Violet, which didn't have any of the benefits of fucking Arceus and had like whole ass unique new fucking fuck ups.
No, like Scarlet and Violet flopped for several reasons. One. Again, obviously the graphics were gonna get absolutely nuked by the reviewers. Well, you know, I play games with similar graphics, but I end up enjoying them. It's when the frame rate is shit, I find it unacceptable. So right from launch, it was a buggy mess, and the frame rate's fucking non-existent. And then two, Pokemon. I've talked about this a little before. Like Pokemon has like the worst marketing strategies of all time. Like the constant, this is only demo gameplay, not the final product. Yet they released it as it was shown every time.
Yeah.
So it's like that doesn't mean shit anymore because they just keep saying it every time. And if you're all familiar with the hashtag Game Freak Live. Have you ever heard of that?
Don't think so. No.
Game Freak Live. So it was during the marketing of Sword and Shield, where Game Freak said that there was going to be smooth Pokemon, smooth like or lifelike animations of Pokemon graphics and shit. Never happened.
Yeah. Damn. Oh yeah, they did say that. Yeah, they even showed it in the trailers, didn't they? Yeah. Okay. I kind of vaguely remember it now.
Yeah. So, like, if like again, so like their marketing strategies for Pokemon Scarlet Violet were utter bullets.
It's not even so much a strategy as what like their marketing actually was, what they were advertising
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, we're gonna have this. They don't have it.
So like when
The strategy was to lie.
So like when I was watching Pokemon Presents, which I thought was awful by the way, when I finally got to the bit about Legends ZA,
Yeah.
so for once I was actually happy with what they presented. So
Yeah.
the starters, the location, a few characters, its battling system, so on and so forth. However, that whole battling system where you can move while you're still battling at the same time, that was already a thing in Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
So like I don't quite get why they're whatever.
Maybe it could be a tiny bit different. Like maybe it's like you have to like dodge shit, and then your Pokemon still has to fight. It could be something like that.
Maybe. So yeah. I think Pokemon Scarlet Violet was bound to fail critically and financially because of those reasons.
Mm.
That's what happens when you rush it, and that's what happens when you overhype a game that has almost nothing to promise.
Yeah. I think this is another problem, like the sort of modern times as well. Like back then, games seemed to be like just like kind of magical, I guess. Well, I suppose that just kind of helps.
Yeah, no, like well, I mean, back before then, but
Yeah.
so like, what are the odds that Pokemon Ken or Gen Ken will meet the same fate? You know?
Yeah. I just don't get how or why they make as much money as they do. Like I don't like how can nostalgia be this fucking strong that you buy a product that like subconsciously you know is the exact fucking same as like the last one. Like when the company's producing that, of course it's like, okay, yeah, well, this is going to make money for no other reason than it just will. But like the fans, you just gotta wonder like why? Like what do they gain from this? They have to spend like not even like pretty soon like because of like the fucking inflation for video game pricing. It's probably gonna go from like $60 to 70, which like already was already bad enough.
They've already announced that sort of thing with GTA 6. They're gonna put the main starting point at 80, I think they said, or 100.
Yeah, and then like I think it's like 100 like bucks for like the slightly above like standard issue.
And the funny thing is that the game saying go expect GTA 6 to run at 60 FPS on PS5 Pro or next Xbox. So that was so funny to hear.
GTA 6 is gonna be the new Cyberpunk. I can fucking guarantee it. They have taken this long. Like, granted, they haven't done like the whole thing of asking for delay after delay after delay. I still think this is like if they have to say like, oh, don't expect it to run at 60 frames per second. This is going to be the most fucking broken, glitchy, abominable mess that Rockstar has ever produced. I think it might rival like Postal with how fucking shit it runs. Yeah. But at least with Postal, that's kind of the point.
And this is like a sort of similar issue, like with Gladiator 2 the movie. Like Rockstar games have left it off for far too long. Like considering me being interested in it. Like when did it come out? 2012, 2013,
2013, yeah.
2013. And so it's now like 12 years passing now.
Yeah, unless you count like Red Dead 2 was like a Rockstar release, but even still, that's like 8 years from when that was 2017 when like Red Dead 2 came out, I think.
Yeah, so like I practically have no interest in GTA 6, and What are
Yeah.
the odds that they literally started working on it as soon as the announcement trailer came out? What are
Yeah.
the odds?
Oh fuck, they might have done that. Oh
Imagine,
Jesus. I feel
imagine.
bad for. I don't feel bad for like any of the executives of like the fucking meetings. I feel bad for the poor bastards that have to code, program, and put that fucking piece of shit together.
Oh yeah, no, the executives were there was story in String Regular 2 about time crunching going on.
Yeah, that
So
always seems to happen, and I don't fucking know why that happens. Like in AAA studios, like what the fuck happens in there where like shit like that like just occurs?
no plan.
That's
I guarantee you, no plan.
yeah. There's no planning. They just the executives probably don't understand like the sort of process that goes through
Don't
making a
bother
video game.
clicking.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, neither do I. Like I say all this shit, and I try and like act all sophisticated and smart, and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But I wouldn't know a damn thing into what goes into making a video game. I wouldn't know, like in terms of programming, I'm hopeless. I don't really have the maths or the tech skill to know how complicated that is. In terms of the planning, there's loads of shit you gotta consider, like the art direction, sound, like if depending on like the cutscenes and shit, you gotta record that crap. You got to worry about what else? Just the general mechanics, the design of the map, maybe the weapons. You got to make sure things look cool, that they're fun, and that it also makes sense. And considering it's a GTA game as well, you can't just fucking make it like some shit like it's a fucking Gmod Death Run map. There has to be some cohesion. And the executives probably just can't grasp that either. But like, I don't know if they have a lesser or greater like grasp on like of understanding that I do. But they clearly don't have a like enough of one where they realize, okay, this is going to take like a fucking decade and then some. They're probably just looking at it like, how we can make it. Nah, bro. We're locked in. We can make GTA 6. I can fucking feel it in my bones. GTA 6 might go down as like one of the most broken and like unplayable thing. I would like day one, like there's gonna be like a patch of like it's gonna be bigger than like two Call of Duty games combined. Like you are going to have to purge so much of your fucking storage. I don't know how it works on Steam. It's probably different, but you're gonna if you're like on console, God forbid, you're gonna have to fucking like round up your entire games library, take them out back with your fucking dad's Winchester like lever action rifle, and just fucking put each bastard down. Just so you have the vague chance that you might be able to install that piece of shit. And even then, you still probably won't even have enough. So you have to delete System 32 or some shit.
Damn, I don't even know what you were talking about.
No, I'm still going on about GTA 6.
Oh,
Literally, okay.
okay.
If you guys want a good GTA experience, just play GTA 4. I'm not even going
Yeah.
to say 5. Just like play GTA 4. The story is like the best in out of every GTA game. Like in terms for all the fucking graphics junkies who get a fucking hard on every time they see something that looks like realistic and immersive. The water in GTA 4 is some of the greatest. I would argue it's better than GTA 5. And in terms of gameplay mechanics, like okay, GTA 5 is probably better, but like I'd say GTA 4 is still pretty close enough. Not to mention you get the two different side stories, and the online isn't an atrocious piece of garbage like it is in GTA 5. And also, again, did I say the story was good? Did I say the story was the best in the series? I
You
don't think
did.
I did.
You
I'm
did.
gonna say it again because fuck you. It's great. Let's go bowling. I just don't see.
Go
I don't
bowling.
get how people are. Oh, okay, I can get how people are hyped for it, but I'm just like, I don't think people are nearly as skeptical and like worried as they should be. Like this seems like everyone had like the same sort of mentality with like Cyberpunk, like oh my god, it's coming out finally here, and then everyone kept making the memes like oh it's never gonna fucking come out. Maybe we should like take a step back, realize we've been here before, and sort of think okay, are we actually ready for this? Is fucking Rockstar ready for this shit? Lord knows they aren't, but like, it's important we should at least ask the questions and pretend like something will come of it.
Sorry,
Because I'm
I'm
just
just looking through GTA 5 controversies.
GTA 5 controversies. Stephen Ogue is a skinny man.
Yeah, so like it's depiction of violence in women were criticized heavily. So, from a violence perspective, there was a mission called by a book which requires players
Oh yeah,
to to use torture equipment, including waterboarding and shit. And then,
yeah,
in terms of like misogyny, uh, female characters were written to either be rescued, shouted at, uh, banged, or to be
yeah.
seen banging, or such and such. So, uh, and they basically treated male characters as the big sort of people. So, wait, what's
Hmm.
this?
So,
Hang
did
on.
you install
After,
malware in your phone?
wait. After GameSpot's Carolyn Petit claimed the game was misogynistic, her review was met with backlash, and users responded with 2,000 largely negative comments on the webpage and a change petition for her firing. Many journalists defended her right to an opinion and demand to the gaming community's defenses towards the criticism. Uh, Australian department stores Target and Kmart pulled the game from their stores on December 2014 after a change
Yeah.
petition against petitions or depictions of violence towards women in the game amassed over 40,000 signatures. Fucking hell.
I don't know how the fuck they have fun over there in Australia. They ban fucking every fun video game, and there's fucking spiders waiting for you in the toilet that'll fucking bite your cock off. Like, there's nothing to look forward to in that shithole.
Uh, the April, so the PS5, Xbox X2 removed content, removed mostly. Oh wait, what's this?
What's
Petite, an online anti-harassment activist, criticized the game's depiction of transgender characters. Okay, so basically on the PS5 X and S release, they then made more fuck. They made more complaints
The
about like,
critics.
yeah, they made more
Yeah.
complaints about like sort of
Yeah.
on the political stance things.
I don't know why you have journalists who think there's like some deep.
Like
Or
the
there
whole
has to be
point,
like.
I thought the whole point of game critics was to critique gaming, not the political stuff.
Yeah. To be fair, the game is more than just like the mechanics and like the actual flow. It's also like depending on the game, you have to take account the story and art direction and shit like that. But I still feel like I don't know why they're expecting this positive, like uplifting thing where they're expecting everyone to be treated equally. You're playing as a criminal who kidnaps people,
Yeah.
murders people, robs banks, commits
And
terrorism.
murders anyone in it, like
Yeah,
anyone.
murders literally anyone. The only ones who are spared are children because I guess Rockstar felt bad enough that they didn't put any children in the game. Because if there were children in Rockstar games, fucking anyone who ever hopped on would fucking murder them. Like absolutely just shoot them in droves.
Yeah.
They probably spawn a like if they had like console commands, they just spawn a fucking conga line and just mow them down. Like it's not like I know it's like oh like people aren't respected. It's fucking GTA. Like half the time you go
Well-
on a fucking flying bike and kill everybody. Man.
I think any normal person would say that being able to like murder a child in a game or a film is pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And the whole point of GTA as well, it's sort of like I was gonna say it's sort of like The Simpsons, but like yeah, it's a bit more of an extreme thing. It's a satirization of America, like
It
GTA
is.
is.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah, because it's like the small things, like particularly in GTA 5, but in all of them, you have all the radio stations.
And
In
it's
some
made by
cases, you
Scottish
can watch
people.
movies. Yeah, you see the product placements everywhere. It's a parody of America when you think about it. It's not really like that sort of stuff isn't supposed to be taken seriously. The actual story focuses more on like the criminal than
Yeah.
like, anything else. And like it's a criminal that like they're not going to be a good person. Like even like the more like sort of like morally gray or on like the sort of lighter side are still pretty messed up. Like I think who could I even say is like the most heroic protagonist? Because like most of them are just like straight up mass murderers. There was this one guy from Vice Cities, like there was like a side story thing. I guess him. But it's like, still, they're all fucking criminals. Like, it doesn't matter, man. Most of them were involved in human trafficking at some point or another, man. It don't matter.
Human trafficking, you said?
Yeah, I know Nico definitely was. They confirmed that. Trevor, I'm not sure. Like, he's got like 20 million businesses at once. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out he was running something like that. Tommy Vercetti, definitely, he's a ruthless, cold motherfucker. Okay, probably not CJ. Definitely not Mike or Franklin. Okay, all right. So only some of them have partaken in human trafficking, probably. But still, that's enough people. I just don't get why they're trying to expect anything like positive, like genuinely, like to have like some sort of uplifting message. It's yay, bro. The whole point of the thing is just to commit crimes, and it's a parody of stuff.
Literally makes that very clear in the trailer. So why critique it then if you've got your
Yeah.
problem with the stuff in it?
Yeah, I just don't get why, because they had. I don't think they had an open mind when they went in to play GTA. I don't think
No.
they understood what it was going for. To be fair, though,
If they're literally complaining about it, then of course they didn't go in with an open mind.
yeah, but I'm thinking, right, you can still go in with an open mind, understand what they tried to do, and still not like it. That's fine. But the review, I just think it's just pandering and trying to seek fucking online brownie points. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You're picking a fight with GTA for fucking more bullshit like this. Like, nah, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come
no.
on.
So, GTA 6, I don't see myself getting it.
Uh,
And
I
I
don't-
still think the graphics in GTA 5 holds up pretty well for where we are today.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering though. I don't know why so many. Like, okay, I'm about to say this, but I'm literally gonna correct myself anyway. I think even Donkey said this as well. Why are so many people fixated on buying these fucking new shitty games that don't work and are broken when most of y'all haven't even played the fucking classics? You haven't played Wii Party. There's probably a few Mario games you missed. You haven't played any of the Metal Gear games. I sure as shit haven't yet. You haven't played Persona. You haven't fucking touched a Postal game, you uncultured swine. Hotline Miami. There's so much shit that you could have been playing and you didn't. And why is that? Because you fucking can't. It's damn near impossible now.
Well, a game like Stardew Valley and Undertale, they're sort of like
Oh, they're pretty accessible. Undertale in particular. Like Stardew, not as well. Actually, no. You can probably. It's Stardew's pretty.
kind of like the audio getting off. Well,
Yeah. Uh, I do understand that like gaming is like you do have the more casual side where they just want to hop on like Fortnite or Call of Duty. They just want to like take their mind off stuff and play some of that, which is fair. But I still feel like if you own a console, you should be doing more that's just like hopping on a shooter and like, all right, yeah, grand. Like I feel like there's so much potential that you could be opened up to. Like at least everyone like who is even vaguely interested in gaming should play at least one good indie game. Like one good indie game. I'm not even saying like some shit like hop on Hollow Knight or Meat Boy or some shit. Like even like something like yeah. Even play something like Limbo, right?
or Inside.
Yeah. Like they're like every time I've seen them, they're like cheap as fuck and they're really good. Like they look and sound amazing, and the gameplay is simple enough. Anyone can sort of pick it up. It makes you feel smart when you succeed. It's a pretty good one.
Love Using Glyphs that I play on my iPad is another good one as well.
Yeah. And I know I keep glazing them to death and back, but again, Pizza Tower, Anton Blast, they're like 15 or like 20 euro, and they are some of the best fucking things you can play. I don't know how like more people haven't hopped on them already, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I think
how
also
how
yeah.
like games that would have been made way back are the ones that still do well when those sort of style games are incorporated into today's games. So like
Yeah, I think the biggest example. I don't know. I mean, so many people have covered this, but I think, and you probably wouldn't know. You wouldn't be too interested in it, but the biggest example of like the older game beating everything else out of the water, Team Fortress 2.
oh I know
That was
actually.
like, yeah, I'd say the most important shooter of all time, besides, well, I guess Doom. itself, which I think
and you're not just saying that because of the memes, right?
I'm not like okay. All right, mostly the memes, but there's some other shit as well. It's not just the memes, guys. I swear, trust me. Like, so much shit got borrowed from that and got put into other stuff. Like Overwatch, like traces all of its roots from TF2. I think a lot of sort of every sort of innovation that was made in TF2 got carried into over other shit. Like I think some like well, actually, where am I going with this? Okay. But I feel like you have like the different kind of classes and loadouts and modifiers. Well, not modifiers, but like the sort of customization
Yeah.
and like versatility in
So,
TF2.
so you're basically saying that the majority of like the aspects that all came from TF2 was an inspiration from all the games that are out today. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think that you can trace like even like the tiniest bit of TF2 in any sort of modern shooter, you can trace right back to TF2. Because there's something that TF2 did, like that would like it would have had to have come from TF2. God, I'm fucking sorry, but and also I think even like TF2 hasn't been updated since 2017. Actually, wait, no. Okay, but all right, they haven't had an official like proper Valve made update since 2017. They did have a big
They're-
update, but it
they're-
wasn't really in the same
They're,
sense.
they're too busy with Steam. They're too busy
Yeah.
with Steam.
And by too busy with Steam, they're doing fuck all. But Valve has reached a point of enlightenment where you know when they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Yeah.
and then the companies will go out of their way to fix shit by fucking ruining everything.
Yeah.
Valve is the one company in existence where they realize that everything is perfect and they don't touch it. They basically have done nothing for years and they are the most successful part of the gaming industry. And such as TF2.
And I heard that Ubisoft tries to put ads onto one of their games, and then it goes against Valve's policies. Sorry,
Yeah.
no ads, no that shit, please. Like,
No ads.
I can tell Valve actually do care about their gamers. Like, they allow you to tinker with the Steam Deck, the Valve Index, and
Oh,
much less anything on the Steam store itself.
Yeah.
Even
I don't even see
Half-Life
why they
Alyx.
would care.
Even
I don't even
Half-Life
see why
Alyx.
they would care. What about like mod
Yeah,
and stuff
modding.
like
Yeah,
Steam
modding.
Workshop?
Yeah.
Oh no, they've been okay with that like for years. I think that's another thing. The reason why like TF2's lasted so long is not just that like fundamentally at its core it's a good game. You could say that about Overwatch, but like there's a lot of fucking problems with it. I think TF2 has stuck around so long because of the community and when Valve actually decides to do something.
Yeah.
I think that's what's kept them around so long. It's the players. And I think Valve realized that if they keep they don't have to like keep watching over them and keep doing shit with them. They just have to make sure that the environment that their players are in is something they'll always want to come back to. And when it's finally at a position where it's comfy, everyone's happy, everyone's fine, they're not going to change that shit and they just keep it there. Yeah. And I think that's why TF2 has done so well. And also like they just listen to people.
Yeah.
Like I think it'd be a fair enough thing to say that like Steam's probably the most like supportive and helpful when it comes to like
when they made another version of Team Deck, everyone complained about Battery Life. I mean, Battery Life only improved by a little bit, but most importantly, they improved the Bluetooth because there's apparently a delay in like the latency. That's why I have to use my Steam controller, which I still have, which they discontinued a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That thing isn't even great. It has like these two weird. Like,
no, because it's still an analog stick. But I actually thought it was not a bad concept.
Yeah. It has like the one analog stick, but I'm just wondering like how do you? Is it like a mouse pad to look around? Because I don't really know.
Okay. So, alright, yeah. So there's two big circles, right? The one on the right acts as like the mouse sort of function. And then the one on the left is like the D-pad circle.
Right.
And then you have like the buttons X, Y, B, A. And then whatever the bumpers and triggers are called.
Yeah. Because just remember trying to play like Dead by Daylight with that thing and it did not go well. Yeah, I don't know. I just found it a bit weird and clunky, but I suppose I wasn't using that thing for terribly long, so I guess I wouldn't know.
Well, hey, if you remember the Steam controller and Steam Link, that's basically all combined into the Steam Deck play it as a controller and hook it to your TV. Boom.
Yeah, I'd say the Steam Deck. It might be a bit early to call this, but in terms of like the console war, I don't see consoles getting any better than the Steam Deck because it's basically just like a PC, like at
Yeah.
its most affordable.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's the end game. Like once you get a Steam Deck, the Switch becomes obsolete, and most sort of consoles do because most of the games that you really want are sort of like every sort of console has them. Like for the more casual people, you got like you know you can just get Fortnite, Apex, COD, whatever the fuck you want on there. And then with like most sort of indie games, well, you have probably an even bigger selection that you would on consoles because most indie developers just like put it on PC anyway.
So here's what you can do. What you can do, right? Hook up a mouse keyboard to your deck, whether it's hooked to the TV or by itself.
Yeah.
Emulate. So get a browser to even download Fortnite and all those games you can't get on Steam.
Yeah.
And controllers, that's another thing.
Oh yeah, because fucking Fortnite's not on Steam, isn't it?
No.
Fuck, I forgot something Epic and shit. Yeah. Okay, so you can just, or better yet, you just don't play Fortnite. You just
And then of course,
play better shit.
and you know, obviously because with Steam Deck, obviously like on any Steam game you see, there's always is Deck verified? Yes, no, sort of. So at least you
Yeah.
know it runs well. So you don't even
Yeah.
have to worry about what PC or laptop you get.
Yeah. I think that's like the most important thing, like the sort of attention to detail like Valve can often like give for stuff. But also like they leave a lot of stuff in like capable hands. I don't know what that sense means. But like, basically like they realize if the community wants something, obviously they recognize when they have to step in and do stuff, but they also sort of think like, okay, if you want to fix this so bad, we'll let you do it because clearly you know what you want. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even stuff like the sort of kit, like the like how like posting up like okay, what works on the deck, what doesn't, and it also could mean like later down the line, you could like they could optimize or like make the Steam Deck work to the point where practically every game could work on the deck. Because I'm pretty sure like Doom Eternal runs on the deck.
Yeah.
So and I feel like if you can get a game that big.
And it'll run Doom Dark Ages soon enough.
Yeah. And I feel like if you can run stuff like that on the deck already, and that's without any like sort of big optimization coming that way, you can pretty much run anything. I feel like at least you should be able to. I don't see a game that you couldn't run on the deck. Unless it's like, I don't know, maybe Cyberpunk because it'd make your fucking deck fucking explode like a Tesla.
No. What was your first VR game you played?
I think it was Job Simulator.
Same.
I think yeah, it was a good it was a good place to start. Baby's first VR game, and I say that with full-hearted appreciation because it is quite fun. But I don't think it's a very replayable thing.
Not really, no.
Yeah, I feel like it's like $20.
It is.
Yeah, and you get your value out of it, and it's like nice to have when like people are around. It's sort of like it's not even really like a party game, but like you can kind of have like one person's on, everyone's like watching your screen, and then like people are talking and shit.
Yeah. If you think about it, it's like 4 levels that would be like £5 each into one thing. So
yeah. So I suppose there's that as well. I think that's like my main problem with like VR like right now, that there's just fundamentally it can't like it's not at the stage we want it to be yet. It's not like the Ready Player One shit that we're hoping it can be one day. And I feel like I don't know, like I played the VR Doom game, and I just felt that was like really disorientating and just slow, awkward, and clunky.
But that's
like,
have make the worst VR ports for other games.
Yeah. But like just Doom in particular, because I had finished 2016, like Doom 2016. I had finished that first, like not like 100% of it, but I did like beat the game.
Like you basically, you played like a hologram and you just like teleported into enemies. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I didn't even get through the first level. I was genuinely just like, this this is shit. This
sucks.
isn't fun.
Yeah.
Like it's so much worse than like just like playing actual Doom. It felt like it felt like a carnival game. I was playing like a really shitty carnival game. That's what Doom VFR is. And it's so disappointing as well because like I just gotten off like my fucking
You-
murder boner from
You
like
just
2016.
reminded me of a carnival game I played on the Wii.
Oh, what carnival games? Yeah.
Yeah, you just reminded
Yeah.
me. Holy shit.
Yeah, I played that and with a friend, and I don't know who won. I'd like to say it was me, but I'm not sure. We never played it much since then.
Oh well.
Yeah. I will say I'm kind of proud. Like, there's not much I can say I'm proud for, like, of myself, but I will say I am glad that I'm at least nowhere near as shit at video games as I once was. I think the fact that I've not only like completed but also like 100% beaten like most like a lot of not even most but like a lot of video games shows that I'm like definitely improving and getting better. I don't know if it's like, oh, the games are really fucking easy and you just won because it was an easy challenge, or I'm genuinely getting good. But like the sense of accomplishment's there now, and I feel like a bit better for myself.
And hopefully that'll be the same for games upping in quality.
Yeah, I feel like, but I feel like that at a certain point, I had this sort of like philosophical thing where I'm just like, at a certain point, would we have reached enough games where it's just kind of enough, and you can just there's no sort of new sort of experience to have. Like even on like a sort of level, like I get that like everything takes inspiration from everything, and that like theoretically there are like still like infinity games, and movies and other shit that could be made still. But I think at a certain point, like if there's so much good shit out there, and it's just like most of the time it's mostly just like slop and like crap you couldn't give a shit about coming out. At a certain point, do people even bother buying like those video games, or do they just like hop on a PC and try and emulate shit, or like just go on Steam? 'Cause Steam will probably survive the universe exploding.
Steam still has every game that would knock off the PlayStation and Xbox. Disney Infinity 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, like so yeah, no, like on Steam, your selection's like massive. Like they'll like, I say like they'll have pretty much anything on Steam. Like you'd be surprised the amount of fucking shit you'd find on Steam. There's some dodgy shit on that fucking site. It's good. It's good because it means you get to play all the Postal games, but like it also means like you get some kind of fucking, basically just porn games. A lot of porn games. That's all you need to know. That's basically how. But I'd say that like makes up a good like tenth of like the entire Steam library. Is just that. It's probably bigger. It's probably closer to a fifth or something. It's scary. It's scary to think about. It's like an Eldritch Horror. It's like Cthulhu. It's just like this, just overwhelming sense of dread. Just the sheer amount of them.
Alright,
Yeah.
well. Oh, yeah,
I guess, yeah, sure.
I guess.
Nah.
You guess your concentration enough? Okay.
I guess. No, I think they fleeced my memory as well. I can't remember.
Alright. Well, guess that'll be it for this episode again. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode.
Play Postal.